It's hard to miss this titanic crocodilian in the waterways and swamps of the Ark. Devouring anything foolish enough to pass too close, the Deinosuchus is as terrible as its name suggests. Deinosuchus is an Editions Ascended mod by Garuga123, and you can find it on CurseForge. I've put the link in the description below. Before we get started, if you're enjoying this series, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. And if you'd like to chat more about dinos and ancient creatures, make sure to join my Discord, the link is in the description below. The Deinosuchus lived between 82 and 73 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. It was an alligatoroid crocodilian related to modern-day alligators and caimans. The first remains were discovered in North Carolina in the 1850s, and since then their fossils have been found in 10 US states and northern Mexico. Early investigations were sparse, and their teeth and osteoderms were often attributed to other species. One researcher even stopped his investigations of the fossils once he realised that it was a crocodile and not a dinosaur. In 1904, the fossils were formally studied and described, and in 1909 they were assigned to a new genus and species, Deinosuchus hatcherii. The genus name Deinosuchus means terrible crocodile, and the species name hatcherii was named after John Bell Hatcher, who discovered some of the fossils found in Montana. 3 species have been named since then, although it is now thought that they may all represent a single, widely ranging species. Further specimens were found throughout the 1900s, and in 2002 a composite computer reconstruction of 90% of the skull was created. Deinosuchus was the largest semi-aquatic predator in its environment. They would have been between 10 and 12 metres long and weighed between 6 and 7 tonnes, making them twice as heavy as the largest tyrannosaur of its time. For comparison, modern American alligators are between 3.5 and 4 metres long and weigh between 310 and 360 kilograms. Their teeth were 6 to 8 inches long, and this is about the same size as a banana. Despite its large size, the overall appearance of Deinosuchus would not have been dissimilar to modern crocodilians. It had an alligator-like broad snout with a slightly bulbous tip. The reason for its enlarged nose is unknown, and rather uniquely, they also had 2 large holes at the tip of the snout in front of the nose. Researchers don't know why these holes are there, but they are hopeful that future investigation will help to unpick the mystery. Their backs were covered with thick hemispherical osteoderms, which are bony deposits forming scales or plates. Studies of these osteoderms suggest that the Deinosuchus could have lived for up to 50 years, and appear to have been growing for 35 years of that time. They were an ambush predator, using similar tactics to their modern relatives, biting and gripping their prey before dragging it underwater to drown it. A 2014 study suggests that they may have been able to do the death roll like modern crocodiles. They would have fed on dinosaurs, turtles, fish, and other aquatic creatures. Deinosuchus bite marks have been found in the shells of large turtles, and an Albertosaurus fossil was found with bite marks too. Some of these bite marks had started healing, which means that the dinosaur had survived the attack. Coprolites, which are fossilised poo, which are thought to have belonged to the Deinosuchus, have been found to contain fragments of large turtle shells. During the late Cretaceous, North America was divided in 2 by the Western Interior Seaway. The Deinosuchus was present on both sides of this sea, living in the estuarine environment. Their fossils have been found in the remains of brackish water bays and even in marine deposits, although it is not clear whether Deinosuchus ventured out into the ocean or whether their remains were displaced there after the animals had died. Deinosuchus disappeared before the main mass extinction at the end of the age of the dinosaurs, and the reason for their extinction remains unknown. But their fossils are proof that modern-day crocodilians are not living fossils that have remained unchanged since the age of the dinosaurs, and they have evolved as dynamically as any other group. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you've made it this far, make sure to comment Megalodon below, and I'll see you in the Ark. Take care.